Welcome to Huddle Adventures. I'm Eddie. You're at the right place if you love cruising or are cruise curious. I'm going to get into some of the unwritten rules of cruising today, also known as cruise etiquette. Cruise etiquette is a set of unwritten rules of courtesy and respect that can make the cruise experience more pleasant for everybody on board. By being mindful of your behavior, you can ensure a smooth and enjoyable vacation for yourself, your fellow passengers, and the hardworking crew. Here is our take on the common cruise etiquette. Okay, in general and public areas, we'll start with elevators. Allow passengers to exit the elevator before you try to enter. Be patient, especially at peak times, and don't try to squeeze in if it's already full. Be mindful of people that are in wheelchairs and little scooters too. Chair hogs. Chair hogs are the people who throw their towels and personal belongings on lounge chairs early in the morning before the sun rises to reserve a chair all day. This is unacceptable behavior. It's rude, and it is actually against the rules of almost every major cruise line. The problem is they don't enforce it well enough. But as a general rule, 45 minutes of leaving your stuff on a chair, leaving it unattended, they can remove your stuff. Okay, we're going to talk about hallways. The cruise ship walls are thin and they're made of metal. They're made of steel. Be mindful, your voice level in the hallways, especially late at night. People can hear you talking. Avoid having loud conversations or letting your cabin door slam. Crew interaction. Always be polite and respectful to the crew. They work long hours to ensure your vacation is perfect. A simple please and thank you goes a long way. Now, balcony staterooms. They offer a wonderful space to enjoy the sea views and step away from the ship's crowds, get away from the action. However, to ensure a pleasant experience for yourself and your fellow neighbors, it's important to keep a few key points of etiquette in mind. Privacy and security. While your balcony feels private, it's not entirely secluded. Keep in mind that for safety and security, cruise ships have cameras in various locations. Your activities on the balcony are not completely hidden from view, if you know what I'm saying. And there's no smoking. There's only smoking in smoking allowed areas on the ship, especially no smoking on the balcony. It's strictly prohibited on all cruise ship balconies. This is critical to fire safety. It's a rule that's heavily enforced with heavy fines. Furthermore, smoke and the smell of cigarettes and other things can easily drift to neighboring balconies, which can get you in trouble even faster. Now, mind the noise on the balcony. The sound travels, on the balcony. The dividers are low. You're on the water. People can hear your loud conversations. They can hear your music, and they can hear your balcony door slamming. There's cabin pressure that causes the balcony door to want to slam every time you open and close it. You're going to hear that a lot when you're on your cruise. Don't be one of those people allowing that to happen. Finally, keep furniture where it belongs. Never move furniture from inside your stateroom, such as your mattress, chair, sofa, out onto the balcony. This is for safety and housekeeping. That stuff on the balcony is going to get dirty, guys, and it's not allowed out there. Now, dress code. Pay attention to the dress code for specific venues, especially at night. While daytime attire is typically casual, main dining rooms and specialty restaurants often have a smart casual dress code or a formal casual or formal dress code. So make sure you're familiar with that. You can find those details in your cruise contract. Now, the muster drill. The muster drill is a drill required by maritime law when you board the ship. It's a safety drill to allow you to know where to go in the event of an emergency, how to get a life vest, how to put the life vest on. It's critical. The ship cannot sail until everybody has a muster drill. Don't hold up the sail away being that guy. All right, now, hygiene. We're going to talk about the dining areas. Now, the main buffet, hygiene. Make sure when you go to the buffet, you wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer. Line up and wait your turn. Don't cut the line. Always use a new plate. Never go back up to the buffet with a dirty plate. And then serving utensils. Always use the provided serving utensils. Never your hands. Never your personal fork. Don't do that. Now, food waste. To avoid accumulating lots of food waste, don't pile your plate mountain high, guys. Get a little bit of food at a time. You can keep going back. They're not going to stop you from returning to the buffet. There's no worries about that. You want to leave with as minimum food as possible on your plate. Now, the main dining room, you need to understand there's an early dining time, there's a late dining time. If you're an early diner or a late diner, make sure you show up on time. Don't show up late. make sure you're there on time so you get your table. If you're going to be at a specialty restaurant and you have a reservation and you can't make it to the reservation, make sure you let them know. Call that specialty restaurant and tell them, hey, we had something come up, our excursion went long, or we don't feel like eating there tonight, and cancel your reservation so they can give that to somebody else. Now, finally, I'm going to touch on tipping just really quick. Tipping that's a form of cruise etiquette. It's a way of offering thanks to people that are providing exceptional service to you. We discussed the prepaid gratuities, and I shared my opinion on the prepaid gratuities, and they're a necessary evil, so the crew gets paid. But there are times you're going to want to tip above the prepaid gratuities. There may be times. And there's also other services you need to be aware of that already have gratuities built into them. For one thing, like the beverage package. Usually the alcohol and soda package has a prepaid gratuity built into it, so you really don't have to worry about tipping on top of that. And then if you're getting spa service, you're going, for a massage, you're getting your nails done, look and read the fine print. Find out if they're already charging you a gratuity so you don't feel the need to tip again. Finally, in regards to tips, the best way to tip is cash. Take a small, stack of, take a stack of small bills with you on your cruise for that purpose. Singles, fives. I usually take like 100 singles, 50 and fives, and 5 tens, like $200 in loose money that I can tip. Because keep in mind, you're not just dealing with the cruise ship. When you get off to do excursions for different events, you might be taking a taxi. You might need cash for that. You might want to tip your service providers at the excursion areas you're going to. You might be eating at a restaurant or an all-inclusive resort. And those all-inclusive resorts, guys, they expect you to leave a tip because the tip is not built into the price. So with that, I want to thank you as always for tuning in. We appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon.